The mind is a battlefield. For most of us, it is an endless war, a war that rages within, often without our awareness or control. Our thoughts swarm like restless bees buzzing relentlessly between the past and the future, leaving little room for the present moment to breathe. One moment we are haunted by what we should have done, the regrets of yesterday that seem to never fade. The next moment we're consumed by what might happen tomorrow, a cascade of worries and uncertainties about the future. It's a constant whirlwind, a mental hurricane that never gives us a break. This incessant mental chatter isn't just a mild inconvenience. It's a source of stress, anxiety, and unrest. As we become more caught up in the constant noise, we lose touch with the present moment. The simple joys of life, being in the here and now, are drowned out by an overload of thoughts. Whether it's an unfulfilled goal from years past or an unknown tomorrow, we find ourselves entrapped in a cycle of regret and anticipation without ever truly living. This fractured attention prevents us from fully engaging with the world around us, leaving us disconnected and often emotionally drained. The impact is profound. A distracted mind doesn't just make us feel overwhelmed. It directly influences our physical and emotional well-being. We become stressed, unable to relax or enjoy the present. Anxiety creeps in, often taking root without us fully realizing it. The mental chaos affects everything: our relationships, our productivity, and our happiness. How can we be fully present with loved ones if we're distracted by thoughts of missed opportunities? How can we focus on the task at hand when the mind is pulling us in multiple directions? In this state, achieving any form of inner peace feels almost impossible. In the midst of this internal conflict, a yearning for peace arises. We all crave it, yet most of us have no idea how to grasp it. We long for a quiet mind, a sense of calm that seems so elusive. We hear of meditation, mindfulness, and other practices that promise to bring us peace, but it's hard to see how these methods could ever be the solution when our minds seem incapable of stillness. The battle inside our heads feels too overwhelming, too entrenched in our daily lives for any simple solution to have an impact. The search for peace becomes not just a desire but a necessity. We want to find the off switch for our racing thoughts. We want to feel in control of our mental state, rather than being at the mercy of whatever thought decides to surface next. The overwhelming sensation that we are never truly present in our own lives fuels the desire for something different. This longing is universal. Across cultures, religions, and personal philosophies, there is an acknowledgement that true peace is not just an ideal, but something we all seek in our own way. However, without the right tools, the path to that peace can often feel like an endless journey, one that leads to more questions than answers. The restless mind is the root of so many of our struggles. And while it can seem like an insurmountable force, understanding this battle is the first step toward finding the peace we so desperately desire. The road ahead may not be easy, but acknowledging the battle within is the beginning of finding a way out. The present moment is all we truly have, yet it often feels elusive, slipping through our fingers as we focus on the past or future. We live in a world that encourages us to plan ahead, dwell on past experiences, and worry about what's to come. This constant mental activity consumes our energy, making it difficult to fully experience the present, where life unfolds, peace resides, and everything we seek is available. Living in the present moment doesn't mean ignoring the past or future. Instead, it involves shifting our focus from what has happened or what is to come, to engaging fully with what's happening right now, without distraction or judgment. When we're present, we can feel the air on our skin, savor the food we eat, and appreciate the beauty around us. Yet, even with this awareness, it's easy to slip into old habits of mental wandering, as the present moment feels fleeting. Humans are wired to reflect on the past, replaying moments of joy or regret, or projecting ourselves into an imagined future filled with uncertainties. This constant mental activity often keeps us from living fully in the moment. We miss the essence of life itself, thinking that by worrying we can control the outcome of future events. In doing so, we miss the peace, joy, and fulfillment that reside in the present. One of the greatest challenges we face is staying focused on the present. Distractions, such as smartphones, social media, work demands, and everyday noise, create barriers between us and the present moment. Our attention is pulled in multiple directions, preventing us from fully experiencing what's happening now. We eat meals without savoring the flavors, talk without truly listening, and walk through life without noticing it. True peace lies in the power of focus. By consciously directing our attention to the present, we allow ourselves to experience life as it is. Peace doesn't come from escaping the present or wishing for something else, but from fully inhabiting this moment. When we focus on the here and now, we let go of the need to control the past or future, creating space for calm and clarity. The more we practice being present, the more we realize how much time has been spent in mental distraction. The constant pull between the past and future is exhausting, but when we return to the present, we find stillness and contentment. By letting go of the tug-of-war between what was and what might be, we free ourselves to live fully in the only moment that truly matters, the present moment. In that space, peace is not something to chase, but something we experience. The young man was burdened by restless thoughts, unable to find peace. His mind raced between past regrets and future worries. Every night he lay awake, his heart heavy with anxiety, feeling disconnected from the world around him. Despite his efforts, peace seemed unattainable. He knew others who lived in calm, untouched by mental chaos, but he couldn't understand how they did it. His inner turmoil felt like a prison, and he desperately sought a way out. One day, while searching for answers, he met a wise teacher whose presence was calming. The teacher sensed the young man's inner turmoil and invited him to sit and listen. After hearing the young man's struggles and his longing for peace, the teacher gave him a simple task. Go into the forest, find a candle, light it, and carry it without letting the flame go out. Return to me when you have done this. The young man, puzzled but intrigued, set off with the candle. As he moved through the dense forest, he quickly realized how difficult it was to keep the flame alive. The wind whispered through the trees, flickering the delicate flame with every gust. He had to be careful, every step measured. As he focused on protecting the flame, his mind became consumed with the task. With each gust of wind, he shielded the flame, narrowing his focus. As he moved deeper into the forest, his chaotic mind began to quiet. No longer concerned with the past or the future, he was completely immersed in the present moment. His attention was solely on the flame, the wind, and the warmth of the candle in his hand. The world around him faded, and in that moment he found peace. When he returned to the teacher with the candle still glowing, he felt transformed. The task had quieted the noise inside his mind. The simple act of focusing on the present had allowed him to find peace. The teacher smiled, understanding the change. The flame you carried was not just a candle, he said. It was a reflection of your mind. When you focus on the present, you protect the peace within you. The more you practice this, the more you will carry that peace wherever you go. The young man learned that peace was not something external to be attained, but an inner state of being. By focusing on the present, he had tamed his restless mind. The lesson was simple, but profound. Peace is always available through presence, focus, and awareness of the now. The young man, holding the flickering candle, felt a clarity he had never known. Completing the task was not what had changed him. It was the journey itself. For the first time, his mind was quiet, free from the constant noise of worry and regret. His focus on the candle had grounded him, and in that stillness he found peace. It wasn't the absence of thoughts, but the act of engaging fully with the present that brought him peace. The teacher, having observed his transformation, spoke calmly. When you focused on the candle, you were present. In that presence, there is stillness, and in stillness, there is peace. The young man absorbed this, realizing that peace wasn't about escaping thoughts or silencing them. It was about directing attention to the present, allowing the mind to rest. The teacher continued, "Most people are trapped in the past or consumed by the future. The past brings regrets and the future worries, but neither exist now. They are simply projections. When you focus on the present, thoughts no longer pull you into the past or future. They become like clouds, passing by without holding you." The young man understood that for too long he had let his thoughts control him. He had been trapped by regrets and fears, unable to break free. Now he realized peace didn't lie in avoiding thoughts, but in choosing where to direct them. "You can't control every thought," the teacher said, "and you shouldn't try. Thoughts are natural, but you can choose where to place your attention. The past is gone and the future hasn't arrived. The only reality is the present moment. When you immerse yourself in it, peace comes effortlessly." For the first time, the young man understood true freedom. It wasn't the absence of thoughts, but the ability to be fully immersed in the present, experiencing life without judgment or fear. He felt lighter, no longer bound by the past or future. Peace was always within him, accessible through presence. The teacher added, "True peace doesn't come from avoiding life's storms, but from standing in them with a calm heart. Life will always present challenges, but your ability to remain present with them will determine your peace." The young man nodded, grateful for the clarity he had gained. True inner peace wasn't a destination, but a state of being, found by mastering the art of living fully in the present. It was a lesson he would carry with him for the rest of his life. The path to mastering the mind begins with awareness. Too often we live on autopilot, consumed by thoughts of the past or future, missing the beauty of the present moment. The first step is waking up to what's happening right now, whether it's savoring your coffee, feeling the sun on your skin, or listening to your breath. These moments are where peace resides. By focusing on the small things, you train your mind to stay present, immersing yourself fully in the moment. Living with awareness isn't just about quiet moments. It's about how you engage with life during stress or chaos. The key is bringing your focus back to the present, regardless of external distractions. When overwhelmed by thoughts or emotions, try to step back and observe without judgment. Recognize that your thoughts don't define you. They are simply passing clouds in your consciousness. Detaching from the need to react creates a space of stillness where you can choose how to respond, rather than reacting impulsively. Mindfulness is a practical way to begin this process. It's about paying attention to the present moment with openness and curiosity, without trying to change it. Simple practices like mindful breathing, focusing on each inhale and exhale, or mindful movement, bringing awareness to your body, help retrain the mind. Over time, these practices make it easier to return to the present, even in difficult circumstances. Another powerful tool is observing your thoughts. Instead of getting caught up in them, watch as they arise. Many thoughts are repetitive, often rooted in the past or future. They aren't always true or reflective of your current reality, but patterns created by your mind. When you see thoughts as fleeting events, you regain control over your mind, instead of letting it control you. Living with awareness also means connecting with others. In today's fast-paced world, we often rush through interactions, distracted by our own thoughts or devices. When you give someone your full attention, listen without distraction, you create a deeper connection. This presence not only strengthens your relationships but also enhances your peace. By practicing mindful presence with others, you build your ability to stay present in both social settings and within yourself. Mastering your mind isn't about achieving perfection or silencing every thought. It's about developing the awareness to notice when you've drifted from the present and gently guiding yourself back. Peace is always available. It's about where you direct your attention. The more you practice living with awareness, the easier it becomes to find peace, even amidst life's challenges. The path forward is yours to walk, and it begins with a single step. You have the power to change your relationship with your thoughts, to reclaim control over your mind, and to find inner peace in every moment. It is not a journey that can be completed overnight, but with consistent effort and patience, the fruits of this practice will begin to blossom. Every moment you spend practicing mindfulness, every time you choose to return to the present, is a victory. Take control of your thoughts and make the commitment to live with greater awareness. The journey toward peace is one that begins within, and with each step forward, you come closer to the freedom that lies in mastering your mind.